welcome back to this week's episode of the Gred podcast. I'm Sahara.
I'm Reid. Maury's not here, fuckers. He got sent to the field by the army. So it's just the Reid and Sahara app.
He'll be back next week.
He'll be back next week. But are you ready for the tangent roller coaster of your lifetime?
Hell yeah, brother.
Because I'm going to be real. Maury kind of keeps us on task. And he's the only one. I don't think he has ADHD. So all that's left is me and Sahara.
He's our dad.
Who both have ADHD, who will go off into tangents.
We forget what we're talking about like 85% of the time.
Okay, I don't know about we. Maybe ye. You do that.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I do it at work.
Oh, that's like the best time to do that.
I forgot that I was getting off work at 3 o'clock today. And it was like 2:45. And they're like, we need backup on the check lanes. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Sarah!
Right there.
We need backup. We're pinned down.
And I get up there and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I'd start ringing people up. And this guy, he only has like a pair of gloves, right? And I ring it up. And for those who don't know, if you don't have a Target Red card or like your phone number tied to Target in any way, and you have the possibility to save money and you go to pay, the cashier has to read this stupid spiel. Like,
please
do you
subscribe
like to save
to our credit card? Right?
Do you like to save $2.46? Well, if you want to enter your phone number and your birthday, we can go ahead and get you signed up, and then you can save $2.46 today. Would you like to do that? And then they either say yes or no, and everyone always says no.
Yep.
Everyone always says no.
Yep. They don't want that shit.
Sometimes I just don't ask, and this guy's total was $5.49. So I was like, I'm not going to ask.
Yeah, that's too low.
And so I go to push the button, and I'm pushing the button, right? It says no thanks. I'm pushing the button. It ain't working. It's not disappearing. And I turned my light on to like the flashing light, and I'm like, hey, yo, can you like come help me? And my boss, or the front end lead, comes over, and he's like, Sahara, you're so silly. Like, you have to push the button. And I was like, bruh, I pushed the button. And I'm like, watch. And I pushed the button, and he's like, oh. What? It's not working.
I hate it when people do that shit. Oh, you silly Billy, you just gotta do this, and then it's like, I fucking did that. Fuck you.
Yeah, and it's so annoying. And so he's trying to fix it, and it's not working. It just crapped out. It won't let you exit. It won't let you turn it off. It was just crapped out. So the lady behind this guy,
you break
literally,
shit? Sahara breaks shit?
She had so much stuff in her cart, and it was all on the conveyor belt already. And so the lead had to help her bring it over to the other register while I finished checking this guy out. And I was like, oh my god, this is like so embarrassing. And then all these people got in my line. Like, literally everyone got in my line. And I was like, oh. My coworker, who was also off at 3, was like, Sahara, you're still up here? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still up here. I have to help these people. And so I had to clock out 15 minutes after my allotted time.
Oh, ooh, they'll get you. They're gonna get you. I think.
Yeah, at least I didn't hit my 5th and cost the company money.
I do that sometimes with my lunch, and what I'll do is this cool thing called lying. And I like one time I realized I didn't clock out. No, I didn't clock out before my 5th, and I looked at the clock. It was like I was like fuck. So I just kind of like walked away and didn't try to clock in for lunch. Ended my lunch after 30 minutes before my so my 5th was 8, so I ended my lunch at 8:29 and said I clocked out at 7:59, because that's a fucking write-up.
Yeah it is, and it costs them the company money.
I just added 3 minutes to my because I clocked out at 8:04, so I just added like 4 minutes to my break to balance it out.
Yeah, how long is your lunch break at your job?
30 minutes.
That's gay.
Yeah, so I get two
Are
15-minute
how many?
breaks and
Uh huh.
1:30 at lunch.
That's so stupid. I feel like you do so much more. So my friend, when she started working at Target as well, um, because she previously didn't have the same like amount of breaks. Like she used to break her back for her coin at her old jobs at CVS and Rite Aid.
Yeah, no, she
Shout out to
worked.
my
She worked in a
bestie.
sweatshop, and it was
Yeah, and like they
grueling.
treated her like crap. But anyway,
They
she
said
was a
make this
manager,
Nike sneaker.
and then so basically, she first day, she didn't like know how long our breaks were until the first day, and so she goes on her first 15, and she's like, "Oh, at 15, that's nice." And then she goes back, and then she stayed to do all the training on her first day, and so a full 8-hour shift, right, on your first day, and so she goes, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, you need to go to lunch," and she's like, "Okay," and so she clocks out for lunch, and they're like, "See you in 45," and she's like, "45?" They're like, "Yeah," and she's like, "What?" And then she found out recently that we don't do meal waivers. I don't know if you do that at your work. So
Isn't that where
basically,
they pay for your food and shit?
it's where you don't take a lunch.
Oh, yeah, they don't do that at my work.
They don't do that at our work either. They strongly encourage you to take your lunch.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. I think it's because at the fifth they get charged whatchamacallit, a fucking extra hour. But I don't know why. If you're signing a waiver that says
yeah.
to waive it, I mean, I don't know. Fuck, go home 30 minutes early, which I would do.
Yeah. So my friend is also now in HR at our job, and
Good man on the inside.
maybe. I'm also applying to try and also be HR. I like our job. Our job is very nice, and the people that are heads, I'm very fond of. Like they're the nicest people that could be in charge.
Except that
we were
one.
talking about, yeah, but anyway, she's not actually like in charge. And so the people that are in charge, like the ETLs and our store manager, he's great. I love him. But I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, she's training at a different store right now because she needs to train under a different HR manager so that we know that she's doing it right, and it's not like the person at our store is showing her how they do it. You know what I mean? So she's training over there, and she's learning how to do stuff for our store. So she's using their store's data and our store's data. And she was going through all the time cards, and she was texting me. She's like, "Oh my God, so-and-so's time card, I literally gave me a headache." And I'm like, "Oh, really? That doesn't surprise me." But then she's like, "Oh my God, your time card is literally immaculate." And I was like, "I know, because I have crippling anxiety. I will literally show up like 30 minutes early sometimes because I'm like, I don't think I can get there. Like, I'm scared that I'm going to be late. I've been late like twice, and it made me feel so bad all day.
Yeah.
And by late, I mean like 3 minutes. And that didn't do anything, so yeah.
Yeah, with my work, with being late, they kind of like, if you're late often, they'll get you. But if you're not late often, they do not care. Because they know, like, sometimes fucking roads close, traffic.
Yeah.
You know, they get it.
Yeah. Like with that flood last week.
Oh, there's going to be another one.
I know. I'm excited for more rain, but my backyard did flood. Like,
Can't
my
wait.
neighbor's backyard is a
Everything-
little bit raised.
Everything's going to be wet. It's going to smell like rain. It's going to be great.
Well, I like rain.
Do you like
And
the
I like the
smell
smell.
of rain? Dude, smell of rain?
I do.
They need to figure out how to make a soap out of that make that a soap smell like that
Okay,
shit.
they have a candle that smells like that. There's a candle company in Indiana,
Uh-huh.
and they sell it at markets. I'll figure it out. I think I know what it's called. But they have weird scented things. Like,
God,
they have fresh cut
I hear
grass.
all the fucking editing that I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah.
I hear the and
I'm trying to think. My mind hurts.
brain hurt when think.
My brain do hurt when think. I just like weird smells sometimes.
Like weird smell. Yeah, because hashtag
Like
Sahara is autistic.
Gasoline. Yeah, the smell of gasoline is kind of appealing, but only sometimes.
Well, I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt and give it to you.
I'll put it on a t-shirt myself, Reid.
And then under it, it'll say subscribe to the Gred podcast.
With a QR code.
Uh-huh. That's why we made QR codes, so we can fucking... That's why I personally sat down and invented QR codes just for this. You're welcome, society.
God bless you, Reid. God bless you.
I do have some stuff to talk about this week.
Ooh, what do we have?
So, I'm not... Okay, this isn't going to be a review. I'm going to be talking about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. This isn't a review, because I haven't beaten it yet. And I think Maury's going to play it, so I think we'll end up reviewing that together. Probably reviewed in the next, 2 weeks. But right now, people are, hating on the game a bit too much. I've played it. Okay. I don't like... Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is connected to those Batman Arkham games. I don't know if you've heard of those.
I think I have.
Okay, so it's connected to that, and there's really no reason to connect it to that, and that's where all of the anger is coming from. Right there. People are bitching because they're people are complaining because they have to kill the Justice League, and they're like, I don't want to kill the Justice League. I would like to not do that, and they also don't like how they handled Batman.
Okay.
But
interesting.
Yeah.
So you have to kill the Justice League in order to do certain things in this game. Is that what I'm understanding?
So the Justice League has been brainwashed. They're under mind control that you cannot undo.
Okay. So
you got to kill them because they're working for Brainiac, killing a bunch of people, kidnapping people.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Amanda Waller gets the Suicide Squad together, which this time it's Deadshot, King Shark, Harley Quinn, and Captain Boomerang. Those 4 to take on the Justice League, which the game kind of explains how they do it. Like for the Flash, they get a device that negates the Speed Force, which slows him down.
Okay.
And they get shit for Green Lantern. People are they don't like that the kills become unceremonious. Okay, spoiler, skip ahead a couple minutes. I'm not putting the time on screen. Okay. I'm not doing more fucking work. You gotta guess. It's a wild game, baby. You gotta guess. But anyway, fuck, I was doing a bit. Now I lost my place because I was doing a bit. Damn it.
I just caught up in the bit too.
Yeah, it was a good bit. Oh no, so they get the Flash, they kill him, and then Captain Boomerang pisses all over him.
Okay.
And people don't like that. Which, yeah, no, I get it. Personally, I don't care, because I knew what the game... I was like, okay, this game, they're gonna kill the Batman that I grew up with, which was... I haven't gotten to that point yet, but the game makes it so he's the second to last one you get. So it's you have time to mentally prepare for it, which I appreciate. The gameplay, this isn't a review. Holding myself back. This isn't a review. I'm just explaining why people are mad. People don't like how they handled Batman's death, but I will say, which I saw the thing. Spoiler, by the way, still spoilers.
Okay.
I saw the thing. Well, the way they did it, it wasn't. I didn't like it, but it's. It makes me mad. I wish they would somehow undo it, but whatever. Instead of it is what it is, and the weight of what it is slowly setting upon me. That's a
Yeah,
good
why's
quote.
that?
I don't know.
That is a good quote. That was good. That was deep. I was like, whoa, what?
I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Me either. Honestly, it was low-key poetic. Honestly, a slay.
Uh-huh.
For the Reedster.
That's gonna be a short. That's gonna be great. Read out poetry out of nowhere. But damn, we are getting fuck us and our tangents.
This is hard.
This is hard.
Maury, come back.
Maury, come back.
Let's start. We're gonna write a Gary come home, but Maury come home.
So I don't like how they handle Batman's death, but there's a part where some of the Batman games you kind of like pick off bad guys one at a time. This is that's how Batman rolls, baby, one at a time. So you've been doing that for a while, and you get to see in this game what it's like to be on the receiving end of that. It's fucking terrifying. Where he's fucking hunting you, picking you off one by one. Terrifying, but I think I think they did that really well. But I think like they handled that well. The beginning, I don't like how they did the death, but there's some stuff they did with Batman well in this.
That's good. Okay.
They make it so like he's Brainiac's tacticianer, which that's pretty much how it would go.
Okay.
Yeah. But people are overhating this game. It plays well. It's just ridiculous. I'm just like, God, I know it sucks. It's not as good. It doesn't suck. It's just not as good as the Arkham games, and that's why it's getting a decent amount of hate. Because they decided to connect it to it, which it's just
it's not. So, as someone who does not know shit about this stuff, so it's not similar in any retrospect to the Arkham games?
Not at all.
So why would they compare it to the Arkham games?
Because they connected it to the Arkham games.
I hate when people connect stuff that just does not go together.
Yeah. You know, people are like, this doesn't need to be a thing, which, no. And also, they had to retcon stuff for this game, like, the Deadshot initially in the Arkham universe was a white guy, right? But in this, he's black.
Oh no, they minoritized him.
No, so the story they went with is that the Deadshot in the game killed the previous Deadshot because he was a fake.
What?
Yeah, they had to retcon it. Also, there's an Arkham movie with a bat, and King Shark fucking dies in that.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. I think they might have just said, "Oh yeah, no, that's just like a cousin dog or something." But yeah,
what?
Yeah.
I what?
So there's an animated movie called Assault on Arkham. King Shark dies in that.
Okay.
And so they retconned it, either to where it wasn't actually King Shark and just like one of his relatives or something. Or they just said, this doesn't count anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
Okay.
It's annoying. Star Wars, they did that to, like, their entire canon when Disney bought them.
I hate when people sell out for Disney. Oh, I have a tangent on that, but we can get to that after your thing.
we can stay on topic.
We'll stay on topic for right now because it's not related in any way, shape, or form. Except Disney. So I'm going to behave.
Good. People are just hating on it a lot. And I don't think it's deserved, a lot of it. It was revealed that this game isn't Kevin Conroy's last, role as Batman, which I think kind of helped stoke the flames a little bit, because people were like, this is seriously his last performance as Batman? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, okay.
Because Kevin Conroy is Batman, and will always be Batman. He's the man. There's, like, no one has done Batman as good as him. Even the live action people, They haven't done Batman
Mm-hmm.
as good as him. They haven't done like Bruce Wayne as good as him. He doesn't even change his voice when he's Batman.
That's so slay.
Yeah, all he does, like, he just changes his mannerisms when he's Bruce Wayne. But there's a tribute.
That's
I haven't got to that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard that. Actually, no, I'm gonna not talk about that because it's just a spoiler and it doesn't belong here. Damn it!
Mm-hmm.
I hate having knowledge that I cannot share. I hate it.
Yeah, me too.
Hate it. This is a weird episode.
This is like a cracked out episode.
Gred on crack. That's when we're on crack. That's what's going on. Me and Sarah, we smoked a bowl of
Popping
crack
perks.
before this. We smoked a bowl
We're
of
just out here
crack,
popping
baby.
perks. That's not.
Yeah, that's getting
Okay.
cut. I think a decent amount of this unfocused energy is getting cut, and this is gonna be
Fine.
the episode with the most editing ever. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna have
It's
more
worse
edits
than the
than the Christmas special. Who's fucking
More
pumped?
edits than the first episode.
Who's fucking pumped?
Reid. Reid listening to this literally tomorrow.
To
Not.
quote Hemingway, I wonder what this gun tastes like. Now,
Oh.
I
Reid,
stole
you've
that
been
from.
really dark lately. Are you okay?
I stole that one from from Ted. No,
You've been really dark.
I have. Oh,
First with the Christmas episode, I'd kill myself. And then yesterday you're like sad emoji gun to head.
squirt
And
gun.
I'm like, damn.
Squirt gun.
Squirt gun to head.
Well, like I sent that as like we were trying to get people to come on this podcast to help us like maintain control and focus on what we're talking about. And
everybody busy.
everybody busy. And then when the last person said they were busy, I was just like, teardrop emoji, squirt gun. And then I sent it, and I looked at it and was like, holy shit, this is way darker than I thought it would be.
It was just sad. Really, with the squirt gun, it just makes it sad. That's the problem. It would be different with the real gun, because you're like, ah, ha, 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 silly. But then the squirt gun, it's like, oh.
Okay, but back to Suicide Squad. There's
Back to Suicide Squad.
Back to
Speaking of suicide.
Bunch. Now, there's a bunch of people on Twitter that are like complaining about it, and a lot of them you can tell they haven't played it. The game isn't
It's
out
always
yet.
Twitter.
Yeah, the game isn't even out yet. I had to pre-order it, get the deluxe edition to play it early, because I was like, I'm off. I want to play it. Because I'm not working. And you can tell people who aren't playing. An obvious tell that people haven't played it is anybody that says it's better than Gotham Knight. No, that Gotham Knights is better than Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, because Gotham Knights was trash. It was fucking terrible, and honestly, I didn't complete it, which shocking. I was able to complete the Avengers game, and that was bullshit. So if I'm not able to complete a fucking superhero game, you've made something terrible. But Suicide Squad isn't that. It's got great gameplay, and I'm gonna play the fuck through it. So
Slay Reid, honest.
But Gotham Knights, terrible. The main reason I stopped playing it is because the traversal was terrible. It was all slow. It took forever to get places on this map that's like the size of New York. It's fucking bullshit. It's not New York. It's like Gotham City, but it's like there's 3 parts to that fucking city, and it's massive. And they have a bat cycle in that game, and you can ride it, and at top speed, it's like 40 miles an hour. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, the Gotham Knights is better. No, it's fucking not. At least Suicide Squad has a reason not to be built like the Arkham games, but Gotham Knights it doesn't. Gotham Knights should have just been built like the Arkham games, but it's not. It's built like a typical not beat 'em up. It's basic. It's not good combat. It's basic combat from Gotham Knights. But Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, it tries to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fucking like everything about Gotham Knights. The show was bad. Like whoever the fuck sat there and wrote that needs to never work in Hollywood again because like holy shit, way to wipe your ass with source material.
Yeah, for real.
This is the listen read rant about Gotham Knights section. Uh
For real. I don't mind.
But like,
Go off.
it's ridiculous. It's like no, this people are just bitching to bitch, and it's clear that a decent amount haven't played it. To anyone that actually plays it and doesn't like it, I fucking like hey, that's your opinion. I like the game, and I'm not gonna judge you if you don't like it. That's just how it is. If you don't like it, but if you're saying you don't like it and you haven't played it, you can fuck right off.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Because if you are gonna hate something, you should have at least given it a chance. Like that's what I said about Starfield. Because everyone who like was hating on Starfield because of the pronouns thing, and they
was
didn't
so stupid.
get past the pronouns thing, the first 10 seconds of the goddamn game, and they didn't do any actual gameplay, and they were hating on it. That's stupid. That's stupid. But if you put in the work and you played through the entire game, or even the first 5 hours, even the first hour, if you didn't like it after the first hour, I would say, yeah, return it. But if you're like, oh, they asked me what my pronouns are, so I'm boycotting.
I don't like thinking about that, so I couldn't. I had to turn it off. I said it.
I hate this new age of society because, like, you're joking. You're joking. Like, it just gets me so aggravated.
Sahara
and like,
yeah, but like for that, okay, I gave Starfield a chance. I gave Starfield a chance. I played like 20 hours of that fucking game, and I was like, "This."
Did you give it more of a chance than Gotham Knights?
Oh yeah, because like Gotham Knights is arguably worse than Starfield.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's saying something. And we know how you felt about Starfield.
Well, like, no, Gotham Knights, I don't know. Okay, if you compare them, I don't know how they'll stack up against each other. But the main thing I do not like is how it's just like, meh, source material. Also, like, the people who were making the game, like, blatantly lied a couple times. Where they're like, oh, wait, Starfield did that too. But, no, they said, oh, this is going to be a Batman-connected game with the most villains. There are fucking, like, 19 villains in the last Arkham game, so they have to beat 19. There was not. There was not. It just wasn't there.
That's stupid. I hate when that people promise stuff and then they don't even deliver anything remotely close anymore.
Yeah.
Like at least get more than halfway there, you know.
Mm-hmm. Or like, just you don't gotta
finish. Just get it to the edge. You know what I'm saying?
Just fucking match it. It's just ridiculous. I've just been, yeah. That's my thoughts about the Suicide Squad situation right now. Everyone, it's getting overhated. It's technically not even out, so a lot of people who are hating on it haven't played it.
Just like when people started hating on Starfield.
It's had some issues, like when it first went on early access. People downloading the game would have, for some reason, it was completed.
Oh.
And yeah, they had to like take it offline to fix it real quick. There's some bugs, but it's like shit that you can fix. I don't know.
That's cool.
I don't know. It plays well on computer. I can tell you that. I don't know about consoles. Consoles, I've noticed in recent times, have been get shit on. All covered in shit. Just
I think that's because, in my experience, a lot of people I know that are getting into gaming now are starting to get into more PC gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with the streamer vibe. That's what it is, really, in my opinion. As someone who doesn't play video games, that's the trend I'm starting to see.
Yes. I don't know. My thing is I have a PlayStation and a Nintendo Switch and a computer. And that means I can play, if I want to play a game that's on one, that's like exclusive, I can play it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Like, you don't need to have an Xbox.
Wow.
Xbox? Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Maury's not here to stand up to Xbox, so I'm going to talk shit about it.
Get shit on.
Alright. they fired like 10% of their company last week.
Yeah, I saw that.
They fired their entire physical games department. So they're not selling physical games anymore.
That's interesting.
Let that sink in. And then you see shit
Look at all them jobs.
like when I was at the military base in Missouri. No, it wasn't Missouri. Where was it? Where's St. Louis?
Yeah,
that's Missouri.
Missouri. Shout out to Missouri.
So when I was on that base, they had so in the store at the army people go to the army people go to the commissary. Yes, right. They had a pallet, and it was like full of Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, and then they had an empty pallet with one PlayStation 5 on it.
Oof.
So I think that speaks to which one kind of dominates. And if you look at their numbers, like 10% of consoles is Xbox, and then I think 50 is Nintendo, and 40 is PlayStation.
Yeah.
Or Nintendo and PlayStation. I might have Nintendo and PlayStation backwards.
But yeah, I get what you were saying.
Yeah, no. And then they're saying shit right now like, oh, we're gonna use Activision Blizzard to become a better publisher, and it's like, really?
Oh God.
You're gonna use you're using the shittiest publisher ever. They own good IP. There's no fucking arguing against that. You're using the shittiest publisher ever to ever exist ever. Have I said ever?
For real.
For real. That in the same year made the same mistake twice of making a game that doesn't have a reason to exist. That's the company. They're like, oh yeah, this is gonna bring our salvation.
They're gonna do good stuff. They're gonna do good stuff.
They're gonna do good. Oh, now they're owned by Xbox. It's gonna be good. But it's like Redfall was made under Xbox's watch. Like Xbox could have pulled. It was a really bad vampire game. Hey, that same studio is making a Blade game, so they're gonna have 2 really bad vampire games.
That's sad.
But
they should have learned.
Yeah. Well, this one it's connected to Marvel, so
anyway,
they better not fuck up.
Oh, they're gonna fuck up.
I remember when DICE fucked up with Battlefront 2, and Disney was like fucking furious. They like set up gambling, and they were promoting straight up gambling to children inside Battlefront 2, and Disney was like, you need to fucking remove this right fucking now.
Yeah.
You're fucking with the money. Oh boy.
Like in South Park when Mickey Mouse just comes in and like...
That was the vibe. And
they have sex with villains. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love South Park.
But Redfall is a shitty vampire game. That was made under Xbox's watch, so you're trying to tell me a studio that would allow a game like Redfall, or honestly Halo Infinite, which Halo Infinite was a good game, but they just didn't have a lot of content made for it, and that's why it died. Like a studio, like you're trying to tell me that under your watch, you're gonna take a studio that regularly fucks up, but under your watch, you regularly fuck up. So to me, there's gonna be a lot of fucking up.
Yeah.
Unless they pull it together. I say 80% chance of fucking up, 20% chance of success.
So my tangent is about Disney and selling out for success. So this goes into another thing that I was going to talk about anyway. So in a new episode of Bluey just came out with new episodes because on Disney Plus. And so the creator of Bluey had to talk about this because there's a lot of hidden like things for adults in Bluey.
Like SpongeBob.
Like it's been confirmed. Yeah, but more of like life stuff.
Oh, so not straight up don't drop the soap jokes. Not that.
No, so it's not funny stuff either.
Damn it.
So let me
SpongeBob based as fuck. I don't These kids
So
don't understand.
No, they don't. So there's an episode, and I think it's called The Show or something like that. So Bluey is 7 minutes long, so they have 7 minutes to tell an entire story, make it fun for children, but also enjoyable and go along with the storyline that they already have.
Why is it 7 minutes?
I don't know.
What? Damn it. There goes it.
But,
that's not gonna help attention spans at all. We're trending in the wrong direction, people.
Well, it's for small children.
Oh.
So it's easier for a child to sit through, and like in the kid world, like Bingo, she's like, oh, how long is it gonna be? And he's like, 3 episodes of Chutney Chimp. And she's like, oh, that's forever. Because she's like, oh yeah, that was so long. So they show 3 episodes of Bluey on regular TV at a time. So there's like 3 episodes that really just like go together.
Uh-huh. Oh, so
but
it's
anyway,
like part 1, part 2, part 3?
Kind of, not really.
Okay.
So like one episode's like about like a game they played recently, and then there's a little bit of like, oh, the last episode in the next episode. It kind of correlates. You can kind of see growth over time. Anyway, though, this is getting off topic. So, there was a new episode of Bluey, and a lot of people noticed something was off with one of the main characters. And one of the adult things that happens in this show is in the episode called, I think, The Show. I think that's what it's called.
The Show. Okay. We guess. Yeah. Murder.
So.
Murder.
It's Mother's Day.
Oh. And murder. Suicide.
Bluey and Bingo. No, shut up. So Bluey, Bingo, and their dad Bandit made breakfast for their mom, and the littlest child, who's like 4, and Bluey's like 6 or 7 for age range. So they let the little kid carry the breakfast tray, and they're all like, Happy Mother's Day, and then she trips and drops it, and she runs out crying because she's like, oh my god, idiot. I just ruined everything.
Yes, you did. You ruined everything.
So to her, that's like so big, and she's having big emotions. So she's like upset, thinking that she's ruining mom's day. She ruins mom's life because she's so hard to deal with. And but this is all in kid terms. This is all in kid terms, but this is like what this show is about. So then Bluey gets a good idea to mom comes in, gives her advice, and then Bluey's like, hey, why don't we put on a show? Because her mom said something about the show must go on. Well, Bingo's like, yeah, I'll do it, because they each look like one of their parents. And so they're, like, telling the love story of their parents.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, Mom met Dad here. Mom and Dad got married. And then Mom was pregnant. And they put, like, a balloon under a T-shirt on Bingo, because she looks like Mom. And while they're talking about it, performing this show, quote-unquote, for their parents, the balloon pops, and in the background, like when it pans to the mom and dad, the dad grabs the mom's hand. And a lot of adults were like, oh, did she have a miscarriage?
Oh, shit. What the? Damn,
and then in, like, another episode, they're, like, getting rid of stuff from the old nursery. And Bluey goes, oh, who's going to be in this room now? And she, like, gets sad because, like, they're not having any more kids or don't plan on it.
What the fuck? This is too dark.
But anyway,
that's so fucking dark to be a background detail. Yeah, I don't know. I think
we should watch an episode of Bluey after this. Joe Brum is the creator of Bluey.
Uh-huh.
And so in this new episode of Bluey, they go on vacation, and mom and dad, in 2 different episodes, they're both on vacation. Mom is having trouble relaxing. Dad is having trouble because he's, like, mentally elsewhere. And you see it, and, like, the mom is like, hey, you need to enjoy what's going on, because he's, like, staring off at the beach in the distance, like, not there mentally. And, like, she's like, hey, you're missing out. Like, you need to go spend time with your kids. And so he does.
What the fuck is this, like, show?
People were like, oh my god, is this is there like something going on? Like, is something wrong with him? Is something wrong with his job? Like something's obviously wrong. And so basically Joe Brum talked about it, and like basically it's how do I want to say it? Let me look for the words. Hang on.
This show, what the fuck? This is supposed to be a kid's show?
Yeah, it is, and it's really good. So they're still on vacation, and she said, "Let it go, babe. You're missing all of this." And he's like, "I'm trying." And so he goes and gets to go play with his kids, right? So he's gonna go play with the littlest one, and she finds a stick that looks like a bird's head. So they go make like a sand crane, and like the bird, and she's super excited. They call it Stick Bird, and it was like really cool. And then these kids come along and take the stick and throw it in the ocean.
Those fucking
not knowing
assholes.
that they had built it. Oh my god, it's so funny, Reid. It's so funny because she's like 4 years old, and she's pouting, all upset, and he's like, "It's okay. They didn't know." And she's like,
"Well, they're gonna find out."
Like, it's okay to be upset, and she's like, "I'm upset," and he's like, "I understand," and she's like, "They're my rivals." And I was like, "Oh god, this is good writing."
She's gonna pull out the 9. I made the joke, but now she's gonna fucking do it.
On God. And
on God, she's gonna catch him lacking in the street.
Basically, her dad gives her some good advice, and he says, sometimes when you put something beautiful out into this world, you have to be ready to see it get destroyed or something like that. Like, putting something beautiful into the world doesn't always mean it's going to stay that way. It's basically been confirmed that, like, Joe Brum is actually sad himself, and he made Bandit sad in the show because he's upset. And basically he's upset because there's some episodes of Bluey that have been banned in the USA.
That's life.
But it's for stupid reasons. And
that's life.
Well, hang on, listen. And it's because he's sad because the way his art is supposed to be portrayed, and the way it's supposed to be portrayed isn't being portrayed, and they're forcing him to change it. And it's basically he's feeling like the creation is straying from the vision.
Mm-hmm.
And because literally Disney Plus made him edit out this part in this one episode where a horse shits. That's it.
You know what? I think that
Disney
one
was like, you know what?
Okay, you can let that one go. You can.
It was funny.
You can let the horse shit. You can let the horse shit
but
go.
That's not like the whole thing. There's other reasons, and it's interesting. It's interesting. The whole show is interesting.
So it sounds like he's. Sorry, there's a pack of wolves outside. You can hear that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they're quiet now.
Disney even went as far as temporarily banning an episode of the show called Family Meeting due to its fart-themed humor.
Too funny. We gotta cut it. It's making people laugh to death. It's just so fucking funny. We gotta cut it.
Then he had to edit another episode, which was called Exercise, which this episode, now that they've changed it, is a lot better because the first one, after creating it, they realized, oh, this might actually give children bad body issues, because the dad was like, oh man, I'm getting a little chubby. But like, it wasn't meant to be like, oh, being chubby's bad. It is meant to be like, if you eat bad food, that's not good for you. You need to eat healthy. Like, that's basically what it was. It was to try and promote more healthy.
Make me dad.
Yeah, and then there was another episode that a conversation that he was having with the dad was having with a friend was clearly, like, clear as day, about getting a vasectomy. They had to edit it to be more
ambiguous.
like, hey, I got a dental procedure, not like I got the procedure. They had to change the wording.
This
and it was
doesn't
funny,
sound like selling out to me, really. This sounds like corporate censorship.
There's kind of, but like
there's a difference because he doesn't have a choice.
There's other stuff, but like, yeah.
Well, that's
I don't know.
That's just how Disney be. I think they've gotten worse as time has gone on. Like, Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls, he would get like messages to change jokes, and he would often say no.
Good for him.
Well, he had like a push and pull kind of relationship where he'd be like, all right, you can take this out, but this has to stay. Or like stuff like that. But it sounds like in this case, Disney's like, no, fuck you. This go out. This go out. This go out.
It's because they're Australian.
This go out. Hey, guess what? This goes out. Yeah, probably.
They're probably like, maybe your kids can handle watching a horse poop on TV. Mine can't.
Get Bluey in there. Get Bluey in there, being like, "Craggy cunt."
This episode of Bluey is called alcoholism.
This episode of Bluey's called "Is Angry," and it follows him going through the safari, being Steve Irwin.
Oh my god, yeah. We need to watch Bluey after this. That'd be hilarious.
No.
Anyway, we're gonna watch it, and you're gonna like it. Anyway.
Do you have a fucking loaded gun on you?
Because
if not, looks like I'm not watching it.
Anyway, back to what I was gonna say. So I have another thing relating to Bluey. So I recently turned 22, and it sucks.
You feel 22?
But my mom, no, I feel 39. My mom threw me a Bluey birthday, and I think that's hilarious. However, my mom actually made a pavlova, which I saw on Bluey, but it's a very intricate dessert, and it's meringue, whipped cream, fresh fruit. But we made it with lemon curd. It was fantastic. But I just competed in a bake-off for work, and I made pavlovas. Oh, they were beautiful. So slay. I got second place though.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the thumbnail for this week. And I see it in my mind's eye. So we got Bluey on the left.
It's us as Bluey characters.
No. Trust the vision. You got Bluey on the left.
Okay.
And then you have Superman in the middle from Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And then on the far right, it's Jason Statham, and then the title is the Reid and Sahara episode, or the one where Maury's not in it.
Yeah, hold on. I have a picture for you. But yeah, getting older just sucks, because I haven't been able to sleep well since the day before my birthday. My body just knows that it's aged, and it was like sleeping 8 hours.
Fuck you.
No.
Nope. You're old now. Wake up at 6 a.m.
No, literally, because I can go to bed at midnight. I will wake up at 5. Or I'll wake up 3 times in the middle of the night and can't go back to sleep. And it sucks.
Have you tried this one thing called drugs? The prescription kind?
No. I just went to the doctor too. I should have asked him about it. I forgot about it.
Here's your problem, feller.
I have to go to the doctor again soon.
I've had sleeping issues my entire life because of the ADHD. Your brain. The ADHD. Oh, I explained ADHD to Maury the other day. Do you want me to explain it how I explained it to him?
Yes.
All right, so your brain, it's like a Ferrari, but
okay.
You got the shittiest brakes on that Ferrari, and the steering works a quarter of the time.
Yeah.
The steering is your attention span, and the brake is your impulse control.
Yeah.
Profound.
I can agree with that. I'd be talking to people at work, and I'd be forgetting what we're talking about. I literally be showing up to work.
Would we?
And like they be like, you need to do this, and I'm like, okay, and then they leave, and it's me by myself for like 3 hours, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, and it sucks.
Very nice. So, you want me to start doing my beekeeper review?
Yeah.
All right. So just today, the reason why we couldn't film sooner, Sahara, is because I went to see The Beekeeper with my dad.
I have no idea what that is, Reid. Oh, shout out Reid's dad. Reid's dad's cool.
So it's a Jason Statham movie. You know Jason Statham. Jason Statham.
Yeah.
He fights sharks, prehistoric times.
Yeah.
He fights Germans, Russians, pretty much everyone.
The prehistoric kind.
The prehistoric kind.
He's the one.
Was this time?
He's the one that I said we're gonna have him play Reid in our biopic.
About the $15. Oh, the $15 trip, the revenge over $15 to Mexico.
Oh yeah. He was like, what $15? I thought you were like, Sahara, you owe me $15, and I was like, wait, what?
Sahara, you owe me $15, or I'm collapsing your kneecaps. No.
I thought you were telling me I owe you $15, and you just remembered because we have ADHD, and you just remembered. But that's gonna be our Jason Statham movie about how I owe you $15. That's what I thought was happening.
No.
Like so genuinely.
Okay, but
oh my God.
So. That's Jason Statham doing more Jason Statham things. The thing I like... Okay, this one's going to be a review. This one. And it's going to be spoiler heavy. So, spoilers for The Beekeeper. I don't think many people will care. But
this sounds like such a Reid movie. I just looked it up.
The thing about Jason Statham that I appreciate as an action star is that at least with his action movies, they try to be different. Like The Wrath of Man. That shit was incredible. But this one it tries to be different, and I think it does a good job. It's okay. There's a couple so Jason Statham's in it. The guy from FNAF is in it.
Matthew Lillard?
No, the main
Which guy from FNAF? Josh Hutcherson?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
So Jason Statham is a beekeeper, which is a secret government organization, secret government black op kind of deal where they handle problems, because the U.S. government, the United States, is like the beehive, and the queen bee is the president.
Ooh, slay.
Slay, Joey, slay.
I loved that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. Okay.
But and there's sometimes problem in the hive, so the beekeepers, they come and fix it, right?
Yeah.
So it starts off Jason Statham taking care of this lady's hornet problem. He kills the hornets, helps her out. He's her neighbor. He brings her honey because he's a beekeeper. He's also actually a beekeeper.
Okay, I love that.
And so the lady that lets him rent space to store stuff, I don't know if he keeps anything in there, but he keeps bees in there. I think it's just storage. But he keeps he keeps bees, and the lady lets him. What the fuck? I'm going in circles. Help.
He's a beekeeper.
He's a beekeeper.
He keeps bees on the side.
He helps
the lady with the hornet problem.
He keeps bees is his main thing.
Oh.
Because he's a retired government guy. He's retired. But so this lady that helps him out, she gets scammed. She falls for one of those internet scams. Also, make sure this is a real one, where it's like they'll open you'll open like a website on your computer, and it'll say your computer is being hacked, call this number. Never call that number. It's a scam. What they're trying to do, what they did in the movies is different from what they do in real life. In real life, you call a number, you get charged a bunch of money. In the movie, however, they hacked into her computer and drain
Yeah.
all of her bank accounts, including the charity she runs, totaling like $10 million.
Oh, slay,
So
honestly.
she went ahead and Cobain's it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why do you like that?
she takes her own life because she's like, holy shit. So, what, you didn't like she Cobain's it?
No. What? She did it with the toes?
Well, she did it with a pistol.
Oh. Then she didn't Cobain it.
Cobain didn't do it with the toast.
The toes?
What do you mean? What do you mean the toast?
Never mind. The toes.
Oh, the toes. What do you mean? Oh,
Never mind. Keep
what?
going.
Oh, it took me a second because the shotgun's long,
Yeah.
so you have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be a great short. But she takes her own life. They figure out that she got scammed. So Jason Statham, her daughter's an FBI agent. So Jason Statham starts chasing after these guys, killing them. Like, he goes to where he figures out almost instantly who took her money.
Oh. Slay.
Like, the scam call center that took her money. So he goes over there with 2 gas cans, beats the shit out of the 2 security guards that stop him to go in the building, goes inside, beats the shit out of one of the people inside, starts pouring gasoline because everyone ran, and then he beats the fuck out of more people, and he blows up the building. Like, in the first 20 minutes, he blows up the scam call center that took her money, but he's not done yet.
God, love that.
So the guys that he blew up the scam call center come to find him, and they destroyed all his beehives. So they're fucked. they're fucked. He kills 3 guys inside his workshop, sets that place on fire. Setting shit on fire is a common theme for this guy. Also, the entire time Jason Statham is saying shit that makes you think he's a little crazy. He's talking about how the order needs to be brought back to the hive. I'm here to protect the hive.
That was good.
I'm trying
You
to
slayed.
I'm here to protect the hive. I'm right, Sam. I fight sharks. No, I fight scammers. I'm right, Sam.
It's like
The best death in the movie, he ratchet straps a guy. He ties a ratchet strap around his guy, and then like the guy that was leading the scam call center, and he fucking he drives the car off the side of a bridge. Like, he does something to the engine so it does it by itself. So the guy gets pulled off of the bridge with the car and drowns.
Yummy.
That was sick. But turns out that the guy in charge of everything is the president's kid. Fucking plot twist. Fuck you. That's what's going on. Josh Hutcherson, that he's the president's kid, and he's running all these scam centers. He keeps killing him the entire time. The FBI is trying to stop him. And in this movie, like, when he encounters like the Secret Service or the FBI, because he encounters the Secret Service, he non-lethally, like, he beats the shit out of him. Like, he gets a hold of one of the FBI guys' gun and he only shoots them in the vest.
Ooh.
Which still fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Because of kinetic energy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a good movie. He kills a lot of people. He fights a person who has a prosthetic leg, and during the fight, he kicks off their prosthetic leg, and I personally, I find that to be toxic. But whatever, okay. Jason's a little fucked up.
Jason Statham, and my next question is: does he proceed to beat them with it?
No.
Oh.
He takes their brass knuckles and punches them, and takes their knife and stabs them, and keeps punching and stabbing them until they stop moving.
Oh. Ooh.
And then the kid is hiding behind the president
Yeah.
because, like,
As you do when you're the
Jason
president's child.
Statham isn't gonna kill the president, and like the FBI is sitting there and they're like, okay, he's probably gonna kill the president. There's the fictional president in this movie, not the real one, the fictional one. I realized the sentence I just said. I was like, that could be misinterpreted.
Yeah.
By scary government people.
We heart the
there's
ATF.
there's a part where, like, one of the FBI agent, the partner of the daughter of the lady who shot herself, is like, why don't you just let him go? And at this point, they think he might assassinate the president.
Yeah, like what?
And he's like, what if we just let him do it?
That's kind of based.
And then he gets in the room, and Josh Hutcherson, like, shoots the deputy director of the FBI, and then holds his mom hostage, is hiding behind her, and he goes,
"Good female president."
Yeah.
Interesting.
He goes, "Goodbye, Mom," and then Jason Statham shoots him in the fucking head. So now it becomes an interesting question. Does it?
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, he blatantly beat the shit out of, like, almost all of the Secret Service people that were there. He killed a couple people, but he also technically saved the president. So, what do we call that?
Even.
Yeah. We call that a pardon. That's what we fucking call it.
I mean, yeah, that's what we call it.
But the movie was fucking incredible. It was a good movie.
It sounds pretty good. Sounds like I'd watch it.
Yeah, Jason Statham's not like The Rock, where he's the same guy every time. Well, wait. I don't know if that's true. He plays
similar roles, but he plays them all with the same soul.
Yeah,
he changes the role.
It's like different enough. Like, in The Wrath of Man, okay, in this he's a beekeeper guy who talks about bees a lot.
I kind of like that, though.
Yeah, that's the difference in this one. But, like, in Wrath of Man, he's like a bank truck guard who's also plot twist is actually a king, a fucking don, who's in charge of a cartel. Kingpin, in charge of a cartel. So it's like shit, like with Jason Statham, with his shit, like he's kind of the same guy, but it's different enough where you don't care. But like with The Rock, it's not different enough. It's the same guy every time.
Even when he was in a Disney movie.
Tooth Fairy?
Disney. Is it Disney? Yeah.
Tooth Fairy? Oh,
no.
He was different in Tooth Fairy. But in...
I'm not talking about... I'm talking about Moana.
Moana, Race to that mountain movie.
Race to Witch Mountain.
Yeah, he was also the same, but he was just watching children. Which kind of weird to watch children like that, Dwayne. You know, kind of weird.
Yeah. No, he's the same in Tooth Fairy, and I'll tell you why. They literally are just playing off the fact that he is big, brown, buff man. A big brown buff man. That's all he is.
All right. Holy shit, Sarah.
That's all he is. I love him, but like, that's all he is. That's the only character he has ever played.
Yeah, Mr. McAction Man that gets the lady every time.
Yeah.
He was different in The Scorpion King. Had almost no lines.
Even in freaking what's that new was it Jumanji? No, Jungle Cruise.
Of course he's the same in Jungle Cruise. He's the tour guide. The tour guide. Okay, we all know it's canonical that the tour guide on the Jungle Cruise knows how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
So of course he's the same. That ride is fucking... They need to get rid of it.
Anyway.
They're making a second one.
What do you rate the movie? What do you rate the Beekeeper?
I give it a 9 out of 10. It was a good movie. I liked it.
Slay.
The action is really good. Jason Statham, like through 90% of the movie, does not get hit one fucking time.
Nice.
Oh, there's a point where they send this other beekeeper to kill him. Like he's retired. He's a retired beekeeper, so they sent the active one, and the active one is a lady who's insane, who like tries to kill him. He beats the shit out of her, so she retreats to the back of her truck. In the back of her truck is a minigun, and she starts shooting up the gas station. Yeah,
interesting.
The government wouldn't allow that shit. They'd be like, no, you cannot have this. There is no fucking... and of course, he sets the place on fire. He doesn't kill anybody with bees, though, so that's minus a point.
That's a different movie.
That's called, with Candyman?
Rage of the Bee.
No, I expect in an action movie called The Beekeeper, I expect a motherfucker to get got by bees. That's what I expect.
I mean, I can agree with that.
And nobody was gotten by the bees. They died. Well, they didn't die.
That's disappointing.
Their hives got destroyed, so they had to go form a new one.
Interesting. What time are we at?
We're at 1:10.
Sahara's spooky time is short today.
Sahara's spooky time is short?
It's short, but only because I didn't want to do two long ones in a row. So the one I have prepared next is one that I am saving for a Maury one.
Is it one he asked for?
I think you both have guessed it, is the thing. And so I know Maury has. So I was like, ooh, I don't want to do it for just Reid.
Yeah, have you looked at the one I asked for?
Which one?
The one I will cut this, but I'll believe it. The one where Bigfoot kills an entire town?
No, not yet. I just finished writing the other one because I wrote it and I read it and then I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever written. So then I rewrote it and then and it's way better now. Like the detail.
Yeah,
I did a lot of research for this one.
Script. I'm glad you decided, unlike many Hollywood companies, to rewrite your work when it's shit.
Yeah. Well, I read it to myself and I was like, this sounds pretty good. Then I read it to Lucas, and Lucas is a writer as well. And he was like, I think you could do better. I think you need to delete this part and then add more depth into this part.
But,
and I was like,
Lucas is a thundering dumbass, so I don't know.
He knows some stuff about writing.
You hear that?
Was that the chair or was that your ass?
That was my ass.
He's available, ladies.
For you. For your... For you. I don't know. I don't know what to say here. I'm just gonna fucking leave. I'm just gonna fucking... I'm just gonna
like
fucking...
that
I'm just gonna...
Oh, he left.
Oh, I'm kidding. They can't see that bit. What were you saying?
Anyway, I said, finger guns, that's for you, ladies. And then just walk away, crop dusting the bar. That'd be funny.
Okay, I think that's only funny if I hold it, like, my entire walk past the bar.
We're gonna give you lactose.
Oh, yeah, I can do it.
Shit your pants in the bar.
No. You gotta not shit your pants.
Diarrhea.
It's gotta be only a fart.
Yeah.
It's more impressive if it's only a fart.
Yeah. We're gonna teach you how to just blow air out of your ass so you could do that.
No, I'm not doing that.
We're gonna train you.
No means no, Sahara.
Sometimes. JK. No means no. Men deserve consent too.
That's right. That's right.
Period.
Can't wait for that to get read in the courtroom, and then they're gonna be like, "He said no means no," and then she said, "Yeah, of course." Sometimes, and that's when they're gonna slap the cuffs around your wrist, and like you're going to jail for life.
For life.
Just kidding.
We're doing what?
That doesn't happen.
Not to women, which is sad. Women abuse men all the time.
Yeah, I think we should have a punishment for like saying false accusations against men, or just false accusations in general.
Yeah.
And like part of that punishment should be like you have to come out and say hold a press conference, get the news there, and they have to I lied, and categorically go off what the lie, every part of the lie. I think that's just my 2 cents on the matter.
I can agree with that though.
You do agree with that?
Yeah, I think that if you're falsely accusing someone of like rape or in general, like I think you should have to publicly say that it was false, because I know that some people, it has happened to some people, and even years later, people still hold it against them. Like, for example, this isn't like someone who like did anything to somebody. At least I don't think he has. Richard Gere.
Yep.
You know who that is from Pretty Woman? And everyone still talks about how he allegedly shoved a gerbil up his ass.
What the you know what? You fucked up in life if someone
that?
says you shoved a gerbil up your ass.
So basically, there was a rumor that he was gay and he shoved a gerbil up his ass.
Okay, but like,
80s.
how are those? Oh, in the Okay, now in the 80s, we had this thing.
Wait, hang on. Let me finish. And it's not true. However, everyone still today believes that.
You're right. I almost just believed it. You said that, and I was like, "Oh, the 80s." You say that's 80s, when cocaine was so prominent; it was basically legal.
Well, people were actually doing that.
Yeah.
So, like, they were actually shoving gerbils up their asses.
Mm-hmm.
It's been depicted on South Park too. So trash.
Yeah, that one episode with Paris Hilton.
Yeah. Was it the episode of Paris Hilton with Paris Hilton? Probably.
I mean, Mr. Slave kills her by shoving her up his ass.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. I haven't watched it in a while. But yeah, when he pokes her in the coochie, Butters, and he's like, "Oh, it's squishy." God. Butters is so.
All right, let's get the Sahara spooky time.
This is Sahara spooky time.
Yeah, we're at hour 17. I want to leave this conversation right now. We entered a good point. No, because we're talking about Butters from. It's gross.
Not the worst thing I've said.
That's true.
I've said far worse, and you've heard me say far worse. Not even on this podcast. In real life, in the car.
Sahara likes to say the N-word, and she's gonna say she doesn't
now.
Don't. But she's lying to you.
No, stop! Because there was this guy that tried to get me to call him that in a sexual way, and I was like, "That's gross. Don't talk to me ever again." I blocked him. Like, so hardcore. So fast. I've never blocked anyone so fast. I was like, that makes me uncomfortable. And he's like, why? And I was like, are you dumb? Like,
you dumb, stupid, or dumb, huh?
Okay, anyway. It's time for Sahara Spooky Time. So I'm gonna tell you where this theory originates. If you want to guess, Reid.
All right. Yeah, give me the hint. Give me the hint. Yeah.
This is in Australia.
All right. Is it drop bears? Okay, good. I would have been. That's a bit that the Australian people do to tourists.
Yeah, I know.
No,
It's in Bluey.
I know, but I was telling the people. They don't know. They don't know.
Yeah.
Australians
All
are
right.
the people that fuck with people the most. But
They do, and I love that for them.
I'm trying to think of shit that's went down in Australia.
It's hard.
Okay, okay. The only thing that I know that has ever happened in Australia is, well, first they got left there by the British, and
Yeah.
then they tried to fight emus and lost. And yeah, that's all I
Slay.
know. So
Oh, I have something funny to tell you after the podcast.
okay.
All right. So this is the Dreamtime surveillance theory.
What? Oh, is it that the fucking no? Wait, those are New Zealand. Never mind.
In this theory, certain Dreamtime symbols and narratives are believed to hold hidden meanings that foretell future occurrences or convey information about individuals and societies. So, this is all about Australian Aboriginal beliefs and such, but also like there is a theory behind it, but it's kind of hard to explain. So I'm gonna explain Aboriginal dreaming. So the Australian Aboriginal people, the dream time represents a time when ancestral spirits progressed over the land and created life in important physiological, geographic, and so they created like the earth and like all the geographic things and like important places. So Aboriginal philosophy is known as dreaming and is based on the interrelation of all people and things. The past of spirit ancestors, which live on in the legends, are handed down through stories, art, ceremony, and songs. The dreaming explains the origin of the universe and the workings of nature and humanity, and it shapes and structures life through the regulation and understanding of family life, the relations between the sexes, and obligations to people, land, and spirits. Before European settlement of Australia, there were around 600 diverse Aboriginal populations based on language groups. Indigenous Australians have the long, continuous cultural history of any group on Earth, educated. They believe that this has been around for at least 50,000 years.
Holy shit!
And
Wait, there's been people
the
watching
art.
them for 15,000 years. What?
What? No, like the art, the culture of the Aboriginal Dreamtime in
Oh.
Australia is traced back 50,000 years.
Oh shit! You know, damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
and there. So I got a lot of this information from Aboriginal art. That whole thing was an excerpt from this. So basically, their paintings are so cool, and yeah. So Aboriginal families and individuals identify with specific dreamings, and it gives them identity, and it dictates how they express their spirituality, which tells them and other spiritual Aboriginal people that they are related, close, and family. And so they like to share their dreamings through art and other sorts of culture. And so the narrative. Hang on, not to that part. Hold on. I'm sorry. I've had an optical migraine all day, and it's like messing with my eyesight. So opponents of this conspiracy suggest that a clandestine group has deciphered the codes and is using them as a sophisticated form of surveillance that predates modern technology. So, since they've been around for 50,000 years, they think, they being the conspiracy theorists, think that someone along the way has figured out how to read, understand, manipulate the way that these people are expressing their dream time. And basically, the narrative proposes that this organization, or whoever has figured this out, is operating in the shadows, leveraging the ancient wisdom embedded in Dreamtime stories, manipulate global events, and influence decision makers, much like a lot of other theories. So they believe that the Aboriginal people have figured out and are predicting what's happening, or know more about the world than modern people do.
Okay.
And they're using the art, the way they live their lives, their complete theories, because they understand them, allegedly, to view the world through their eyes, in a way.
Okay.
But they're also keeping up with it to make sure that there's, like, going the certain way that they want.
So this theory is the Aboriginal people can see the future, or have a better understanding of the world than the regular people, is what I'm hearing. Is that right?
I guess. I think that they think...
So this is, like, dangerously close to Jews run Hollywood. This is the vibe I'm picking up from this theory.
Basically. So it's more that philosophy of understanding the universe that is fueling this theory, because based on the art, the culture, and things that I've read, it seems that and because they've been around for 50,000 years, there is actual, like, recordings of, like, possible, like, not, like, religious, but, like, genuine belief of how the world happened without the idea of religion. You know what I mean? Not, like, on the first day, God did this.
So
but
just, like,
really,
everything happened. Just happened? Yeah.
And so maybe they think this, like, could also be used to, like, manipulate global events. That's just how all conspiracy theories are.
So yeah, no, this is just a different version of the Jewish people run Hollywood theory.
Basically,
they're saying the Aboriginal people run the world.
So yeah, the Dreamtime surveillance theory integrates elements of ancient Aboriginal culture with contemporary conspiracy thinking, creating a unique and imaginative storyline. So basically, the art is really cool. I'm going to send you some pictures of the art later to put in the video.
The art? No, I'm just gonna... No.
Fine, then I'm just sending you...
I'm kidding.
Little meanie. Jesus. This is the link that I got some information from, and it's actually really interesting. About the real Aborigines people, and not, like, the conspiracy. So yeah, that's that one, and it's very interesting. Their art is really cool, and it seems like they have, like, the world figured out through their eyes, like...
No, they do not.
They're happy.
No.
Let them be happy.
No, this is just cave painting. What the fuck?
Yo, one of the artists' last name is Possum. That's base. There's a Billy Duncan
he's half
artist.
possum? If he's not half possum, he should have to legally change his name.
I think it's a female. Yeah, it is.
Well, either way, they have to change their name if they're not half possum.
Oh my god, this person's name is Bevan! Oh my god, that's one of my favorite fonts. That's so niche, but like...
Okay, focus up.
Anyway, so yeah, what time are we at?
We're at an hour 30. Okay, looking at this, I don't see the theory.
Me either. The art's just cool to me. I think it's really...
good art. No, there's no question about that. It's good.
I think it's just because, you know, the people have been around for so long that they're like, they obviously know something. Conspiracy theories. Because,
like that same logic
I don't know.
Can be held up for, like, so many... The British, Jewish people,
the Native Americans.
Indigenous people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah. Okay. So I have two others. One I have wanted to do, but I haven't done yet. And then the other one is a newer one. So do you want another one that's from another country? Or do you want one that's not a country-based one?
Take me to a different country.
You want the different country one?
I want the different country one.
Okay. So this one is British.
Oh, fuck. Never know what? Alright. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Gred Podcast. If you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't like it, fuck you.
This one is Crown Control Matrix. What do you think this one's?
What the fuck? Alright. There's something inside the crown that gives the wearer the ability to mind control. Or the crown controls all media.
Okay, you're kind of on the right track.
For which guess? The first one or the second one? Okay.
The first one would be such a good theory. I'm gonna start writing British slander conspiracy theories.
So you can start talking
posting them anonymously.
Yeah, don't do that though.
Okay. Anyway.
Please don't do that. Don't make more conspiracy theories. There's already enough.
There's not.
There's more every fucking day. It's a never-ending dumpster fire.
You know what I hate?
British.
I love conspiracy theories. I started getting more into conspiracy theories because of Shane Dawson and his videos, and I just loved the aura it gave, okay? The spooky factor, the interesting tales, okay? I started doing my own research for this podcast on conspiracy theories, and I took to Reddit, because Reddit always has a good conspiracy theory or two sprinkled in among the nonsense. I shit you not. I can't find them. Because I have to get through all the freaking political propaganda on Reddit in order to get to anything worth even reading.
All right.
Anyway.
Let's get back to the thing.
In this theory, proponents argue that the British Crown, through covert means, influences geopolitical decisions, economic policies, and societal developments to maintain its historical influence. The conspiracy highlights that key members of the royal family are not merely symbolic figures, but are actively orchestrating events behind the scenes.
Yeah, alright. So, the British hasn't, ever since 1776, they haven't influenced shit.
Period.
You know who started influencing shit? You know who started influencing shit?
None.
The United States government, that's who. Tell you what.
Tell you what, brother.
Tell you. You're not saying it. No, tell you what. I tell you what.
They did influence us to go to good
kick
dental.
ass and drink beer. That's what they did.
And shoot a backer. Anyway, the narrative suggests that the crown-controlled matrix utilizes a network of secret societies, intelligence agencies, and financial institutions to steer the course of global affairs. Allegedly, the royal family's hidden influence extends to major world events, with their strategic interventions designed to protect and perpetuate the interests of the monarchy. Basically, this conspiracy theory is
They're
to
not
elongate. Yeah, exactly. To elongate to increase the longevity of the royal family. Because the royal family already isn't doing shit. Parliament is doing the most.
Yep.
And they act like...
and they already do a little.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like our government. Oh, it's a worldwide problem. Oh, no.
It is. It is.
That's not good.
So... this conspiracy theory intertwines elements of historical power dynamics with modern geopolitical complexities, creating an intricate and imaginative storyline that is just sad. It's sad because how I would love to find out that the British were actually doing something cool, like actual espionage to literally sway things.
Like in
But like
South
they're
Park,
not.
where they're actually working against the United States government.
Yeah, like this seems like the plot to a fantastic movie which we own the rights to. By the way.
Trademark, copyright, trademark, copyright. You know, if you say it a bunch, that means it's true. That's not legal advice. I have to say that.
No, it's not. Our lawyer advised us not to listen to Reid on such things.
No, no. Reid is saying no. You can't. No, Reid is saying don't say. Blah, grr, bullshit. I was calling myself out. I was saying actively, don't listen to me. We don't need to bring the lawyer in it.
However, I wish it were true that the British were doing something of actual substance.
Yeah. Damn, Sahara. Say how you real feel.
What are they doing?
Sitting there watching America do everything.
They're drinking tea.
They drink tea and they sit there and they say things like, "At least we don't use our schools as shooting ranges," and
literally,
and they also watch soccer. They have the worst food on. No, it's soccer because they're in the United States of America. And also, soccer was the original name for the game. The only reason they switched it to football was to fucking mess with our football. You know?
Yeah.
They only did that to fuck with us because, oh, we're just going to call it the same thing. And every other country. No, it's real. I'm not kidding.
I'm listening.
Hold on, let me find it.
I just genuinely wish this was real because, like, I just want to know that there's something cool in the world like this. Like, they're literally doing the most to, like, make sure that the things are going according to plan. But nobody is doing this. I mean, the cartel.
So,
but
technically, okay, I was not 100% correct. Technically, the words football and soccer are both correct. They describe the same sport, which was codified in 1863. The word soccer is actually a British export which was used for many years before the globalization of football.
Yeah.
So
because football is
right.
the Spanish word.
The Finnish won the fucking linguistic battle. Insane.
What?
Yeah.
I said Spanish.
The Spanish won the linguistic battle. Insane.
Anyway.
We need the second take on that line.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish this was real. I wish someone was doing this, like, something really cool with, like, espionage like this.
I mean, they have MI5.
Even if it meant...
They do espionage
Even
shit.
if... Yeah.
Also, the SAS, alright, that's pretty... Okay, it's like their Navy SEALs. That's, I don't know, that's kind of espionage-y. They don't... It's super secretive. They don't talk about it. Anytime an SAS officer goes to write a book, it has to get approved by the government before publishing.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't... Yeah, they're not doing this. I'm sorry, the Royal Inbreds aren't doing anything here.
Oh,
I thought you were laughing at Royal Inbreds, but...
I was.
Oh.
But I'm also eating candy. And I'm trying not to choke.
Okay, like, we're almost done, though. Yeah, but...
If it's any consolation, it's candy you bought me.
Oh, but, yeah, the royal family, they're not doing this. They're figureheads. If this theory is true, that means, like, a 90-year-old woman was running this secret operation for a while.
I mean...
And currently, an old-ass man is running it.
And currently, an old-ass man is running ours, too.
The president just sits there.
Yeah, he does. It's all
smiles and then gets to decide how to respond to foreign
Have you?
Issues.
Have you seen the video of him falling off the bike and the Secret Service not catching him?
It's true, but have you seen the video of him saying, "We never bow, we never break, we are the United States, we own the finish line"? The hardest sentence ever said by a president. Oh. it makes up for 3 of those falls. The rest, though, yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Reid.
You want to close it out?
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Gred Podcast. If you liked it, let us know. If you didn't like it, fuck off. Rate us on Spotify or hit that like button. Follow our Instagram at the Gred Pod. Till next time.